So I thought I'd battle this Robot um, ATM-301 rated 2000 ELO. This is the first time I've played this Robot, and I love playing these bots, zero pressure. So I just thought I'd see how I do. I'm going to see, actually I'm going to see how aggressive I can get. I'm always worried about this pin. I'll push the H pawn. Yeah, if you're new to chess in the beginning, you just want to control the center. Now my opponent has lost the right to castle. I'm in danger of having double stacked pawns, which isn't the end of the world, I confess, but something I try to avoid. But like I said, I've not played this bot before, so I'm just going to chill and take it easy, see how I do, see what's up with this bot. 2000 ELO bot, I'm usually hit and miss. I'm about 50% is what I bet. This would be a nice little fork if I can get my knight to the b6, but that bishop ultimately is eyeing the rook on a1, so I have to be careful. That Fanchetto business is can sneak up on you. It's easy to forget about. No, like I was saying, I've made several videos battling the bots. Recently did an 1800, did a couple 1500s where I got sloppy and made some mistakes and finally recovered. I just barely won the game. It's kind of funny. I didn't know if I was going to recover or not, honestly. I don't like this knight in my territory. You know, Bobby Fischer, watched a lot of his old games and stuff and interviews, and he said that anytime there was a piece, minor or major, in his territory, he always made that, all things being equal, a priority to deal with. And so, you know, I've tried to look and adapt that, and it does make sense. Of course, I want to win, but I'm just trying to fill out this bot, just see how aggressive I can get. So we got some minor pieces that are fighting for the center, but I attacked that rook. Yeah. I didn't think at 2000 it would just sit there and let me take a rook. But like I said, you know, 2000 bot is tough for me. It's difficult for me. So usually the first game on a new 2000 bot, occasionally I'll win in the first round, but usually it takes a loss to kind of fill out the bot and see what's up. See how aggressive I can get, stuff like that. I want to, pieces have to work together. I want to attack the knight on the f6. If I can use my rook and bishop together, because I've always said, you know, pieces have to work together. I'm trying to get my bishop and rook to work together right now. My dark squared bishop, my rook on on the f file. They work together. Yeah, let's bring that other rook into the game. Right. Oh God, that was a complete splatter ass moment. At 2000 ELO, I can't afford to hit like that. I'm probably done. Yeah, that was sloppy on my part. I was so focused on using those pieces together. What's the old saying? You're so busy looking at the big picture, you overlook the frame. That's what I just did. I get my rooks lined up. I don't know, try to get something to work, but that was a mighty blow that I probably won't recover from. But I'll see it through. Complete splatter ass moment on my part. Wow. It happens. Especially to me. I'm pretty good at screwing things up. If I've got the lead or something, I can screw it up pretty good. If you follow my channel, you already know this. Oh, okay. Oh, boy. Yeah. When you're down a piece, you shouldn't just do exchanges for the sake of doing exchanges like I just did. But I don't know. Honestly, I'm kind of at a loss of what to even really do. I've already mentally lost the game with my shit attitude, I confess. Just blundering that piece is just I'm like, I don't even know now. I'm doing myself in over here. This is not going well. And sometimes that's the way it goes. Now my opponent's doing a good job of using their bishop and rook together, the way someone should, unlike my poor attempt earlier. Let it go. Gotta move on. Life goes on, etc., etc. I don't even know. Oh boy. This is going terribly. Yeah. My opponent's pretty much just picking up pieces now. Yeah. Walked right into that check. I don't know, gang. Maybe I should take with the king. The pawns were already separated. Yeah, this is not looking good. Not looking good. Yeah, I just want this game to end. This is terrible. They got me, but I don't want to resign. I wanted to see it through just to see how I played. And now I have to move. The only move I have is the G pawn. And there it is. Wow. Okay, so that game went pretty poopy. Or you could simply say pee-pee for short. If you're pressed for time, instead of saying poopy, you just say pee-pee. Pretty poopy. Let's see what we got here. Said I played at 75%. Wow, I find that hard to believe. I didn't think I did that good. Computer said I played at a 1500. I think the computer is very generous. I think I did not play at a 1500 level. A lot less than that, but I'll just quickly go through here. Dun, dun, dun. So, okay, yeah. So, oh yeah, I had a decent lead until I blundered and dropped that piece. Decent-ish. Could still count either way. Yeah, there's black is just completely winning at this point. Yeah, and there it is. Okay, let's do it again. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to do it again. Hang with me. More to come. All right, so I'm going to go with the rematch and see what happens. This is game 2, second time. This is only the second time I've ever played this robot. And we'll see how this goes. After that exchange, then it takes my queen. Then I lose my right to castle. So it's the opposite of how the game 1 went. And there's that pin on my queen. Yeah. Knight defends knight there. My opponents kicked my bishop out of there. You know, I'm in their territory. We were just talking about that. I liked my bishop being in my opponent's territory. But now I don't know what to do about it. Yeah, I don't know. This constant retreating movement. Gotta look where it ends up. You know, end up on G3. Do I own more diagonal at that point? Yeah, but it's too easily kicked back out again. So yeah. I'm going for the triple crown on these games, so I'm not using any kind of aids of, you know, who's winning, was that a good move, bad move, whatever. I like to do triple crown. Occasionally I'll play where you only get the one or single or double crown, where it gives you some aids. You know, I might do that on a even higher ELO just to learn a few times, and then try it for the triple crown after going through a few. You know, that's a great learning exercise. Again, these robots on chess.com is awesome. Zero pressure. You know, I need to get back to playing live people. If you've been following my channel, I'm going to, I don't know, you know, when people watch this video, but it's very nearly pretty much wintertime, and in the wintertime I tend to play more chess. I love chess very much, but so I want to take the H pawn because it cannot recapture because I own the G file with a major piece. You know, under the king, I mean. So, yeah, so that's mate in 1, but that's a great defense of my opponent. It kind of has me baffled a little bit. Ouch. I was thinking, well, if it takes with the knight, if it takes the rook on g3 with the knight, it's still mate in one. Oh, that bishop. I could queen sacrifice on g7, but and it goes back to check, but I don't really know what to do after that, if anything. I realize now with this 2000 bot, you know, I don't know, this queen sacrifice is tempting, but knight takes, and I go back to check, and it can escape to a dark square. Yes, I have a dark square bishop, but I can't get there in time. Time as in tempo. That's another thing with these bots, you take your time. And I'm not taking enough time with this robot. I'm frustrated with myself, honestly. I'm trying tactics that are too aggressive. I can't do that. The queen will retake. I'll go back. G7 is defended with the queen. I want to bring my knight into the game, but look at that. It's going to take the bishop. It's check. I have to deal with it. I failed to see that. I failed to see that in this game. I'm getting too aggressive too quickly. I mean, I don't want to make a long, boring video. It's probably too late for that. But I need to spend more time with this robot. I'm moving too quick through it. Oh, yeah. Oh boy. So we got a knight and a rook versus a rook and a rook in the end game. Going into the end game, knight rook versus double rook. I probably don't have a snowball's chance in hell here. I'm going to see it through and see what happens. This is not looking good. If I lose this game, this is lost 2 of 2. So I'm going to have to sharpen my pencil. Some of these aggressive tactics that I apply, if you've watched my videos, that I applied to the 15 and 1600 bots, honestly, are just too aggressive for this bot, meaning as in I'm being too aggressive. Whatever idea, the aggressive idea that I'm coming up with, the bot is like, yeah, I already know that, dude, and I'm not going to let you get away with it. If that H file was open, that would have been sweet, but oh. My opponent has a major piece under a pawn, and they're trying to promote. This is very dangerous. All things being equal in the end game, you want to get your major piece under a pawn and push it. And that's exactly what my opponent is doing an excellent job of. And I'm not doing so hot in this game. Curious to see what the review says. I mean, a stronger player could turn this around. I am not strong enough to turn this around at this point. Rook and knight versus double rook. A stronger player could turn this around, but I know I'm losing, and I'm loving the game. I'm loving chess, but as far as the possibility of winning, no, I'm frustrated with myself, and I've got to take a deep breath and reel it in. This is probably going to be loss 2 of 2. My opponent's going to have to do a terrible blunder for me to recover from this. And I don't think that's going to happen. And I don't even... Oh, my dear Lord. I'm just going to resign. There's nothing I can do. All right. You know, I don't want to make a long, boring video. I just resigned. I hate doing that, but let's see what the numbers say. Play 77%. Computer is very generous. Thank you, thank you. Played at a 1750. Computer played at a 1950. Maybe. If I would have seen it through, the numbers probably would have went down, but go through it quickly. So at one point, I did have the lead about halfway through the game. I think I'm getting too aggressive with this. You know, my little bag of tricks that I have for the 1500 bots simply do not work right there. For this 2000 bots, and yeah. See, I should have just took the G7 with the bishop. Dang it. I briefly thought of that. I should have slowed down. I'm not trying to make excuses. I didn't see it in the game, but I briefly thought about that, and I was like, no, it's not an option. But it was the best move. So, I don't know. I'm going to rematch again. This is going to be game 3. Hang with me. We're going to see how game 3 goes. Hang with me. We're going to do it third time. Third time's a charm, maybe? Game 3. Am I going to strike out for a third time? I might. But, you know, I felt like I started out decently. Here's the thing. And this is like the thing. I started out decent. My opponent's doing this Fanchetto thing again. I felt like I was just getting too aggressive. You know, if I move that pawn, obviously my A1 rook is gone. So, and I can't really move my bishop out of there, or I can do that. So, I don't know. I'm afraid to get anything aggressive. I feel like I just need to play good, clean chess. And I feel like I start out that way, and then I come up with these dumb ideas. And, you know, the F7 gag, I mean, this is a common gag that you see. I'm going to go for it, I think. Let me think about it. My dark squared bishop protects the G5, but I need to protect that. Yeah. Okay, so that idea's gone. Coming to G5, doing that whole thing to attack the F7 square. Yeah, that idea is shot in the ass. Okay. All right. Try to kick that queen out of there. Yeah. My opponent's going to try to use the bishop and the queen together. At this level, you know, the opponents are very good at using pieces together. That's the key. One piece by itself, even the queen, can't do much. I know I say that in about 30% of all my videos, and my audience is probably getting tired of hearing it. Yeah. It's tempting to just go to the g5. I said I wasn't going to get aggressive with this bot. Damn it. But I'm tempted to go to g5 with the knight. Hitting the f7. I feel like I've lost the first two games because of trying these aggressive tactics that hope I'm not messing up. You know, I can still take the f7. Yeah, I could do, you know, the whole h7 thing, but I feel like I'm wasting my tempo. Because if I take and take, and I take with the knight, it's actually an even exchange. It's 6 points for 6 points. The rook and the pawn are 6. My two minor pieces together are 6. Believe it or not, it's actually an even exchange. It just depends. You have to. This is a tough decision. You have to analyze the board and look at. This is now where you're going to look at your position and say, okay, you're doing an exchange, 6 points for 6 points. Major piece of 5 and a pawn are gone. Going to be gone here. And I lose 2 minors, 3 each. So it's number-wise, it's an even point. F-file's semi-open, and I have a major piece on it. And the king, my opponent's king is on it. And the F-file's semi-open. My opponent's king is on it, and I have a major piece on it. They have 2 minor pieces that are not developed yet. I don't know. It's tempting just to lay down some heat. I said I wasn't going to get aggressive. I said I was going to play good, clean chess, damn it. But sometimes a person just can't help themselves. But am I getting aggressive too soon? I still got a freaking knight that's not even developed yet. I got a rook that's not even in the game. But my opponent has a rook that's not in the game, kind of. 2 minor pieces not developed. You know, maybe I can get a little aggressive. I don't want to push my luck. I don't want to lose game 3. I don't know. I need to slow down and think. Stop running my big fat mouth. But I don't want my video to suck, and it's probably too late for that too, but I'm good at running my big fat mouth. I used to not be able to play chess and talk at the same time. But now, I actually can play chess and run my big fat mouth. But usually I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Sometimes I watch my own videos and I'll go back and watch my own videos and I'm just like, oh my God, what was I saying? Did anybody know what the hell I was saying? I didn't even know what the hell I was saying. Yeah, the bishop and the queen are lined up. I'm tempted to get some pieces lined up myself. I wish I could get the queen on top, but yeah, go up here and I could do a check. Bring the queen there. Oh, and then my bishop owns that diagonal, so, you know, that could work. Oh, yeah, that queen, yeah, that 2,000. This is, again, at 2,000, the opponent's like, yeah, dude, I see that. I'm not going to let you get away with that. These 2,000 bots are tough. Like I said, I'm hit and miss with 2,000. Below that, I can usually win if I reserve a good 20, 30 minutes to play. But these 2,000 bots are tough. And I'm trying to make a video and run my big fat mouth too. So, but see if I can get 3 major pieces lined up. I think that's going to let me get 3 pieces lined up. Oh, man. Shit. Want to bring my bishop to d4. This is a solid plan if it wasn't for that bishop, and I can't get rid of the bishop because the knight is guarding d4. Other than that, it's a solid plan. I can't lose 3 games in a row. I'm now questioning if I got too aggressive. But I got 3 major pieces. I mean, that's worth a lot. Let's see what happens. Oh, did not take. Oh, hang on. This is looking in my favor. Okay, I've got it. I think I hear you, son. I think I just won. I just look at all the options. E3. I don't think, I think it's going to come down to F4, but E3, okay, what could happen, blah, blah, blah. I think the F4 is the better option. The only thing is it drops the pawn to protect, then I can hop back up, so okay, so let's review this. So that, then can I go to F6? Yeah. And the knight could go there. And probably will have to, actually. We'll have to. And then can I hit G7 with the queen? Being backed up by the rook. That's me. I think I got it. I don't see any way out of this, actually. I'm getting kind of excited. I think this game 3, I'm going to get this. I don't see any way out. I got all these major pieces pointing right at the king. Come up there. The only defense it has is to drop the G pawn. Okay. F6. The knight defends. Then I hit the G7 finally. I was mentioning that earlier. I think that's a solid plan. I don't see any way out. I think I'm going to get it. Bring in the knight. Yeah, and then we'll bring in the knight. And that's it. There it is. Oh my God. Woo, baby. That, I pushed my luck with that. I'm interested to see the game review. That, I pushed my luck. Move 28. I'm feeling good. Feeling good. Feeling good. Okay. This unorthodox. Okay, it says I played at 57.8. My opponent 44. Oh, I played at 950. My opponent loses the game at 1100. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. I've seen these analysis things before, and a stronger player can probably rip apart some of the things I did and say, well, there was better plans than what I came up with. And that's true. I'm no grandmaster, and I've never claimed to be by any means. Yeah, so see, I liked getting my major pieces pointed towards the king. King's missing a crucial pawn. I've got 3 major pieces. It did good with the bishop. Yeah, right there, I was expecting. Okay, when I saw that, I knew, yeah, I can get that bishop. Yep, and then this was the plan. Yeah. Hell yeah. Bam. All right, I feel great about that. Hey, thanks for hanging with me. Game 3, finally my revenge game. So thanks for hanging with me, and hope you enjoyed it. Hope you do me a favor, give it a thumbs up if you liked it. But feel free not to either. I mean, it's all good. Thanks so much for watching. If you've hung with me this long, Game 3, my revenge game, finally. Hey, have a great day. Cheers.